Friends, I am happy to be with you this evening to participate in the celebrations to mark the completion of 50 years of dedicated service by an institution which has become almost a household name in several parts of India. 50 years is a long time even in the life of an institution, and having been on the march so long, one is apt to look back and attempt a stock taking of achievements and failures, strength and weakness. It is said that we should not try to locate the origins of saints and rivers lest their humble origins disappoints us. I, however, feel that it is only when we know their humble origins that we can realize the true dimensions of their achievements. The same is true of institutions like this bank. Looking at it now, it is difficult to imagine that 50 years back it had nothing more than one employee and one branch with a small capital but an inexhaustible reserve of confidence and abiding faith of the founding fathers in the common man for common good. No doubt, multiple achievements are praiseworthy, but I wonder whether these alone constitute the fulfillment of dreams that great men see while initiating a movement. Truly speaking, physical progress is only strengthening of the tools. The ultimate goal of service to the humanity can be achieved only when, through our growth, we retain the same quantities of dedication to a cause, confidence, humility, and faith in the destiny of the masses as displayed by the founding fathers. With this feeling, I am inclined to sit back and view our performance of a much wider field in the functioning of the public sector banking system during the last 6 years. We nationalized the major 14 commercial banks 6 years back, bringing into the fold of the public sector the majority of the banking system. We thus gained one of the commanding heights of the economy, but acquiring control over a commanding height has little meaning unless it is safeguarded by an overall plan of development. The basic objective that we have before ourselves is to secure social and economic development of the community in such a manner that we progressively realize the ideals enshrined in the directive principles of our Constitution. Nationalization of these banks was designed to create conditions in which the banking system could become one of the important instruments of economic development, operating in such a manner as to assist the much wider process of social and economic change in the desired direction. We have to see how far our expectations have been fulfilled, and we will then know our shortcomings and weaknesses. In order to realize the objectives of nationalization, a number of schemes and programs like expansion of branches, mobilization of deposits, granting loans to neglected sectors, and assistance to weaker sections of the society have been introduced. But unless these tools are effectively used to achieve the objectives, there will be little meaning in acquiring and strengthening them. Expansion of branches to highly backward regions was absolutely necessary to impress banking habit among the people and to make available to them credit facilities. Notwithstanding the fact that thousands of branches have been added to these commercial banks during the 6 years, still there are areas which are not having banking facilities. Mere opening of branches has no meaning if the other developments do not follow in a chain. It is difficult to say categorically that we have succeeded in making a significant progress in solving the problem of disparities in the availability of banking services in all its aspects. Public sector banks have increased their advances to neglected sectors, but compared to the overall requirements of the community, this cannot be considered as anything more than a beginning. Here again, there is a feeling that we have not worked hard to reach the weakest of the weak and neglected sectors of the society. The banks need to lay greater emphasis on the qualitative composition of their priority sector advances. That is the only way to ensure that benefits of bank nationalization reach those for whose benefit it was intended and implemented, whether it be through public sector banks or rural banks or cooperative banks. Our effort will now have to be more pointedly directed towards reaching the smaller people in all sectors. Another important or where the banks will have to devote greater energy relates to stepping up of credit in backward regions. I am aware that this cannot be done so easily as it depends upon the extent of credit absorption in different areas. What is needed is a commitment to the objective and a sense of dedication at all levels of the banking system. What is required is lending with a sense of social responsibility, which is aimed at improving the economic well being of the poor man who should not be expected to come to your door seeking a favor. This requires a complete change of the entire system of commercial banks. The proprietor, Murali Silk Emporium, Central Bank Road, Mysore. Dear sirs, we are in receipt of your favor of 5th ultimo, enclosing various accounts, sales, and advice of draft on the central bank for 1000 rupees, which amount has been received and passed to your credit with thanks. With regard to our consignment sent by railway parcel, we are definitely of a different opinion to that expressed in your letter. As usual, the clerk examined these pieces of woolen cloth previous to packing in this warehouse, and therefore he is in a position to deny that the goods were in any way inferior to the sample. As regards the shade, your complaint that it is much lighter is only an exaggeration. We have again compared your sample piece with reference to sample taken from this consignment and find that the quality is exactly the same. It is made by exactly the same manufacturer. In view of the above, we desire to know why we shall be called upon to make any allowance when we have delivered goods exactly to order in every respect. We are forced to the conclusion that someone on your side is not acting honestly with the object of giving trouble to us and claiming an allowance from us. To be frank, we are compelled to tell you that we are not satisfied with the manner in which you treat our consignments, since we have to allow some claim of suffer some loss on every consignment sent to you. If we go in this way, we dare not think what our ultimate loss on this business with you will be. In conclusion, we would ask you to send us a prompt settlement for all sales effected together with a list of consignments held for our account. We regret very much to have to write in this manner, but we are unable to see any advantage in these transactions and have decided to make best of a bad speculation by withdrawing from it with as little loss as is now possible. However, we look forward to better understanding between us in future. Yours faithfully.